that's partly why I asked the question before the break. Seriously, now, would they have won with that draft 2 months ago? Because I feel like they would have, you know? So what's gone wrong in the last couple of months that means they now can't execute that? Is it just the patch?
Yeah, for sure.
Or is it the form?
Patch changed the entire way that their lineup function. Like the way PPD likes to formulate game plans over the season is like you take this whole pool, like good ideas. You're like, all right, we're going to try some of these. And as the year goes on, you kind of shrink it down. What works, you keep trying stuff out. The problem is they had this big bushel of ideas, and they're slowly compressing it without winning games. So you're running out of ideas. You're running out of ways to keep your cores innovative and fresh and being able to hide them. You can't do that anymore once you demonstrate, like, yo, we can't win games without doing X, Y, Z.
Right.
And at that point, maybe, I mean,
2 months ago.
Who knows what you do after that? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like 2 months ago, they played.
Member.
No, you can't. You need to be smart for that. Very smart. You know whatever we're doing here is not easy. You know that?
Well, I think Peter's been a panel member before.
Of course, I'm not Peter. I mean, like, the average Dota player is not possible. There's so much IQ requirement. Yeah, 150 at least.
Really?
You know, I was just reading. I follow Nassim Taleb on Twitter, one of my favorite authors. Read him. He just literally destroyed IQ over the last 2 weeks. He took it as like this pet project. IQ is complete and utter hogwash.
So 150 IQ is needed. No, but what I was actually going to say is 2 months ago, they played all these offlane Lycans, Visages, Brutes and stuff, and it just works out so well for them because they can actually transition into a damage dealer. Whereas now he plays his profits. You need to go all for it. You need to get all these aura items, and his heroes can't do that.
Is 33 is a fantastic player. I think we've established that over the last 12 months, and we've seen what he can do in a game. Is there perhaps too much focus around him on the draft in trying to enable him?
I'd say yes, but you can't blame him based on his performance last season. But I would agree, he doesn't look like that touch above he did the previous year or two, really.
Is that the strength in other big teams? Is they're able to refocus different players at different times and different stages of their form and whether they're up and down?
Look what Liquid's able to do, right? Like Core Dazzle is a thing, and they have two people that can play it. They can play it on both heroes as support.
Yeah.
You look at the way teams pretty much all over the place. This, by the way,
that hasn't got through one of the drafts yet.
Yeah, and this is what you're looking for if you're NiP. I think you need this kind of hero. Much easier to build around. You can have a very clear-cut game plan from your first pick, and it's a hero 3-3 excels at.
Yeah, I don't know why Keen suddenly gave that up.
Been banned against them in every game.
Yeah, for good reason.
These bans are very different as well, aren't they?
Now they get Tusk hero.
I was thinking, but Tusk is really nice. Whenever you're playing against Beast, if you have some sort of cleanse or peel for the roar, like some damage immunity effect, it's quite nice.
Sorry, are we sure these is the right way around? Because NiP banned the Lich and the Sven, which is what
10 seconds remaining.
That seems a bit odd. And Keen ban stuff they want to play.
No, they banned Wisp against NiP last.
Yeah, but why
did they ban a Wisp? Yeah.
Why ban Dazzle? I guess they think we ain't gonna pick it. We don't want you having it.
What I really respect is the shifting of where they banned Pugna. They banned it second phase last game.
Yeah.
And as second pick, you can assume that they have a lot of fear and respect for that hero. I know NiP does love to build around it, and they deny them that ability to take it second here, which when your first pick is pretty much the same as taking its second phase. So they banned it out that 1 round earlier to ensure NiP can't get that easy breezy like 4-3-2-1 hero that they like so much.
Yeah, personally I feel Beastmaster is way scarier than a Pugna. Like Pugna, you can deal with him, you can kind of just jump on him and burst him. Beastmaster's not that easy. He's gonna build all these tanky items. He's still gonna have to roar, all these auras.
I agree, but it's just the idea of you can deal with the first pick hero. You can't deal with the second out pick, like the pick 4 out of the draft. It's so hard for me to talk about this properly because like I know a lot of people that use pick numbers as like the actual number in the game. So like picks 7, 8, 9, 10. Right?
Or pick 20.
Yeah, exactly. Then there's people that say 10th pick. They ignore the bans, use numbers for the picks. And then there's just, you know,
I mean technically it is the 10th pick.
Dire team ban.
It's complicated. I'm trying to switch to using numbers like the 7, 8, 9 pick or whatever. But I like the TP. NiP obviously has had success with it. And this is, you know, we were talking about simplifying the game.
It's as simple as it gets.
If you can't tell me, as the average Dota fan, how NiP plans to win this game, what their Beastmaster and Terrorblade are going to look to do on the map as that game progresses, who's taking the Aegis, what item builds they're going to go, like, it plays itself. And that's how you want to be playing Dota right now. You need an idea that that's easy to execute.
That is, yeah, as straightforward as it gets. Very strong synergy between the two. You got early Vlads, you can go Roshan, you have huge push potential if disable. I don't know. I think just Beastmaster in general is just like an amazing hero right now. Did I get it for the first time ever today? In this match is very...
It's the first time we've seen it on the main stream. I don't know if it was in the... I don't think
no,
it was
I mean
in the
for
first
NiP
series.
Because I think 3-3 really excels at that
NiP,
hero.
yeah.
3-3's Beast is amazing.
Yeah, King banned it in every single game they've played so far.
Bio Beast every...
Yeah. Did I get it now? I think it's a huge morale boost for NiP too.
Yeah, that's good. Morale out of the equation.
Yeah, wouldn't have done that. Maybe Key knows better. Maybe they have some good idea, I don't know.
Maybe they just wanted...
Yeah.
Hey guys, have a beat.
Yeah. Ted.
Oh no.
Ted.
What?
There are no favours at this level. Welcome to the NFL.
I think there are.
But you're wrong.
By example, they gave them Beast. Just putting it out.
They gave them Beastmaster because they have a plan on how to beat it. And if they can beat it and win 2-0, then NiP can't use it again during the tournament.
What would your plan be against Beast?
My plan B against Beastmaster.
What's your plan? You've given them Beastmaster Terrorblade. What do you do?
I mean, I've played so many games against Beastmaster in the lane, it's just impossible. The new board does so much damage. Like, they completely changed the hero damage, like the percentage it deals. The level 2 board, he's like 30 damage per hit now. It has an attack speed aura. It's just insane.
I picked Doom.
Against it? And lane against it?
Gaming. Hell yeah.
You definitely don't want to have your carry against a Beast, that's all I know. You want to have a carry that can pressure the TB and you want to lane him against that.
I think VP had it right. Back in the day, they ran the Doom against Terrorblade as a hard counter. I think it's really good against the new Beast.
Yeah.
And I just like the hero here. I know, doesn't...
High damage hero, need to get him out of the game. Take him out of the game.
You just eat his dog.
Yeah.
Right. Eat it.
The boar.
Yeah, it's a boar, but okay.
It's not a dog.
It's a wild boar, which is kind of like a dog.
Who's the mid player?
Or
Keen? Is it Dark?
Keen? No,
no,
it's
Dash.
And Dark plays support now, right?
Or Dash is the mid?
It's Dash that's the mid player.
Or Dash is the mid player.
Yeah.
Like E.
Yeah. Or 1.
Or
minus.
Or Dash.
Interesting.
Oh, Dash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Indeed,
I got mad love for Dark, by the way. He's playing 5 for this
He's
squad.
position 4.
Huh?
He's 4.
Dark's a 5.
Kaka is 5.
Kaka is playing 4.
Really? But the way they've been playing, he's been playing like...
Yeah, they've been mixing around in terms of heroes, but in terms of priority, they're prioritizing Kaka 4.
Dark's been part of Keen Gaming for a really long time.
Yeah.
And back to their run at the GESC Thailand Minor last year, when they got to the finals there. They beat Fnatic to do so. I can't remember. They beat somebody else that was pretty prominent. Point being, Dark is like the real deal. And I think whenever an organization removes like 3 players or 4 players, but keeps one guy and then even puts him on support, that tells me like this is his team. Like, here are the keys. Go make some magic happen. Yeah. I think this is a good guy to give the Lambo to.
I wouldn't disagree. But he used to play 4, I believe.
No, he played 3.
3?
That's why I was thinking Doom, because he played this nasty Doom.
Yeah, he played a super good Doom. They first picked it every game.
Yeah. It was nasty. Like, I remember sitting next to Jack, and he's just like, dude, what you gonna do? Dark!
The Dark's Doom he was always so spot on, man. It was insane.
That's just a funny...
That sounds definitely like Jack.
It just sounds menacing. That's my kind of nickname. You know, we're talking about fashion hair, but maybe we should really be grading people on their nicknames. Like, personally, we've got 4 pretty terrible nicknames. Pyrian Flax is not bad. Black and Kyle, like, we could have done better.
Yeah. What about Red Eye?
But Dark's incredible. Huh?
What about Red Eye?
I guess he had to do something.
Yeah.
Much of a burn, Kyle. I'm disappointing.
Huh?
Kind of disappointing as a burn.
What?
I was expecting better from
Well,
him.
I was expecting some sort of help. This is supposed to be a volley. It just feels like I'm serving against a dummy.
Sorry, I'm not a flamer.
That's like playing black at tennis.
Except you denied the match.
Only because I didn't want to beat you.
You're so scared, actually.
I'm not gonna name names, but I've played real sports with a lot of Dota players and personalities. No one's been very impressive so far.
I agree.
We haven't played pool together, have
When
we?
you-
Have we played pool together?
You're pretty good at pool. I did beat
Alright,
you when
thanks.
we were at TI though.
Yeah, one game.
You were salty though.
One game.
He's guys. He won like 11 in a row,
Yeah.
and then I showed up
Yeah,
and beat him.
but do you know how he won?
How'd I win?
Because I potted the black and the white at the same
Oh,
time.
come on. But it doesn't. That doesn't matter. I was winning.
Absolutely. That's why I was salty. Because I actually
5 seconds remaining.
obviously beat myself.
Well, you were stressed and maybe a little tilted because of the grandeur of your opponent. Thus, you shocked yourself into submission. It's okay. It's water under the bridge.
I'm not sure about this switch up. He's
Yeah.
pretty terrible.
On the other hand, it's PPD.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I
Plays
love
it
Switch Up. He's the
really
one that's
well.
played Heroes, but I'm telling
But he
you,
plays it really well
sucks
too.
at the moment. Maybe he'll make it work.
Centaur Ruping again.
Yeah.
Centaur troll on
Centaur trolled again, yeah, which is the other way around this time. The Centaur was the second pick in the first game.
Interesting. I don't know how troll functions against Terrorblade anymore because you used to be able to bash lock him, prevent sunders. At least you can BKB and not get sundered now. Thank God that was
10
changed a while back.
seconds
Crazy how TB is still a second pick hero, by the way. I just want to note that previously
5 seconds
Sunder didn't
remaining.
cost any mana. You could Sunder BKB targets. You had more range and damage on meta. Your spells cost less mana. Your reflection was better, and your talents were better.
Still second. Well, Peter loves it. Just
Nerf more,
Dire
please.
team ban.
Said I love the hero. If you get him, we'll take him.
Ooh,
Timber.
a pick for Timber.
It's a cool pick.
NiP have got their Beastmaster, and now they've taken their Terrible that they've taken pretty much every time they've gotten, and now they've completely mixed it up. Witch Doctor and Timber.
Yeah. It's a Fata Timber. That's also why Beastmaster's so good. He really enables these kind of heroes because he can actually push towers.
Yep.
Where Timber
10
doesn't offer anything in that regard. He just offers pure
Radiant
DPS and
team
tank.
ban.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can already see like the way NiP is going to take fights. Like I like to envision a team's formation, right? And right now NiP have got the makings of an absolutely excellent 2-1-2 or 1-1-2, where you're going to have a Timber Saw just deep zoning. Beastmaster, Terrorblade are going to hit the racks, and the two supports are free to do effectively whatever they want, orbiting around.
10 seconds remaining.
Why did they ban Puck? No.
5
There's
seconds
3 cores
You
already.
keep saying they should pick Puck.
But they have 3 cores already.
They're gonna ban it anyway.
It could be a support puck or
Radiant
beast.
It's
team
banned.
pick.
That's
Well, yeah,
bad.
I'm
That's
saying
why
it
we're
could have
asking
been.
Why?
SF. I guess it's Timber mid then.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's also they lucked out. Keen banned OD second phase. They've been banning Pugna second, OD last. Now they have to move it up one, and that gives them that free ban on Timber counters, which makes it even stronger here. Because with no OD, SF is still a hard counter, but it's not nearly as bad. And
That's
that
support
hero,
beast. Position 4 beast.
or bat.
Or
I don't know,
bat.
the
We
3-6
have
bat is way
we've
too
seen
good.
a few
I
position
agree.
4 bats.
That 3-3 is bad is... Nah. There's
That's
no way
another
I'll give
thing.
it to
I forgot to mention that Soxa does not really play for his team like I feel Zai did last year. You
10
watch Zai play in
seconds
secret, and you can see like, even though he's offlane now, he makes his 4 position
5
look great
seconds
because he's not a selfish player.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
gives him so
saying
much money.
Yeah, I'm not saying 3-3 is, but I'm saying that 3-3 and Soxa maybe they just haven't had the time to develop that rapport rather. But this is something I've seen them do before, where Soxa's on this hero that can clear waves, and 3-3's on bat. And not just that, they can play together with bird summons into bat bots, TPs, little plays like that. I think this is a really concise and crisp strategy. If they can execute, should give NiP a victory.
Lose.
Choose your hero.
Nah, folks.
I'm not feeling it, man.
That ain't it, Chief.
I'm not feeling it. He has a long neck. Damn.
Hey, maybe since we've judged players' names, hairstyles, and clothes, we should judge their neck length. That dude's got a really long neck. Bingo. Judge.
Right then, let's do some
You
predictions.
guys are way too judgmental. What I'm the point.
No, we're not
agree,
judgmental. We're
Yeah,
just
we're
saying it's a
following.
long neck. Well, I never said it's bad.
No, I know, but
I would like that. Look at this. It's so short.
Predictions, Black.
I gotta go with NiP this game. It's just their lineup is so simple. Honestly, they just need to hit towers, and
Wing
and
it.
this DP is gonna die in like 1 second. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm going NiP.
All right.
5 seconds remaining.
I want to say NiP. I will say NiP, but I have this gut feeling I'm gonna be wrong, and Keen's gonna win because they're just gonna play better and snowball, and that'll DP Troll will actually destroy buildings in a heartbeat.
So you're going NiP.
Yeah,
Ted.
I'm wrong.
Game, let's go. 2-0. Bingo. Keen.
You just want to go home, huh?
Oh. Keen Gaming.
All right. Ted says King Gaming. Let's find out from our commentary team what they think. We've got Syndran and Admiral Bulldog over in the commentary booth. Gents, Keen, 2-0 or NiP?
I'll go first
You
this
want
time.
to start?
I'll go first.
Milady?
Yes. I will. I think I'm gonna go with Keen, but I'm gonna go with them not as much based on draft, just on. I feel like they played better last game.
Based
But
on...
I don't think this is an out pick. But I think it's not enough NiP favor that I'll pick them.
So just based on Ted picking Keen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of want to say the same thing as Syndran. Unfortunately, I feel like the draft of NiP is better, but Keen just plays better right now. That's why they're going to win.
And you're also copying Ted.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, expert.
Thanks,
over
Ted.
to you for the game number 2.
You're wrong.
Yep. Let's get into it. So, King Gaming are obviously up 1-0 in this series. They won the last game fairly convincingly. I think it's fair to say like the game was pretty even for about 20-25 minutes, and then it felt like when we got to the mid game they just took over and controlled the map better, fought better, and probably also we felt like had a better draft overall in that game. Do you think NiP has done a better job this time in having the right lineup for themselves and against the opponent?
Like they have a way easier lineup for sure. You have a bad last pick. Like this hero, when you pick this and you see the enemy carry, this hero can be potentially so strong and just demolish a lane. And when you last pick it, obviously you should be winning your lane now. And Timber, it's really hard to lose your lane as Timber. Like he always just get a few levels, you don't die. And then, you know, Terrorblade, get a few levels jungle. They're sending him middle again though. They really like to send this Terrorblade in middle. Which I guess kind of makes sense against the DP. Shouldn't be that hard.
I wonder how that matchup goes when DP gets some levels in Crypt Swarm. It's a pretty cost-efficient harassment spell when you level it up, and Terrorblade has a very bad max HP, so I think you talked about this earlier today, that you didn't like the Terrorblade mid because you feel like once you can't lane mid anymore, you can't really leave because you lose your tower, and if you send a support there, that support's gonna die. That was exactly this matchup, right? It was a DP that game as well.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's different this time around because of the side lanes that NiP are more favored in them, so you think Terrorblade can stay there even if he's losing a bit, or will it be a similar story where he has to go?
I think it's pretty much the same. I don't think he's going to be able to lane there for too long because of the reason you mentioned. It's just too good harass from DP when he gets a few level. But, you know, you just gotta have to live with it. You can't always get perfect lanes and whatnot, so you just go... but you'll go jungle eventually and try to defend the tower if possible.
Gonna pop the Metamorphosis straight away in the beginning, trying to get that advantage on the first wave. Bottom lane, they're getting some good pressure onto Fata with the tag team, but obviously reactive armor is very strong.
Well, not too strong at level 1 though.
Still strong enough for now. Yeah, and this 2-on-3 lane for NiP is actually pretty decent. They have really good sustain. They have the Witch Doctor Restoration and they have the reactive armor, so if the Dire choose to play this as a flat-out tri lane, which it looks like they have actually no interest in doing, the Rubik is top now with Centaur against the Batrider and Beastmaster.
I would see him taking some damage right now, but give him level 5 and then he basically can't die.
He can't die in this lane at level 5 yet.
Yeah, but just wait for that, especially with the healing, as you mentioned.
Maybe even level 3. They have only physical damage more or less in this.
You're underestimating the tough party. Look at that damage.
Oh, it's a party, alright.
Yeah, look at this spell mana. It costs 40 mana, not very much. Has 15-second cooldown, pretty good. You can spam it.
You can.
Pretty good.
Until Timber's level 3, I think playing aggressive like this is the way to go. You gotta keep putting on that harassment, knowing that the Witch Doctor skilled heal, you're not afraid of getting cast and turned on. Top lane, 5 stacks of Napalm on Old 11, but he's safe under his tower. And as usual, when you're playing as Batrider, there's 2 items you want to buy in pretty much every single hero. It's boots and it's magic stick. And 11 has the stick and he's queued up the boots, so he will be getting there soon enough. There's something about Batrider this patch when it comes to the lanes that I see generally. In the past, there would be lanes where you would be like, Batrider is going to crush this lane, and then it kind of breaks even. You used to play this hero quite a lot, I remember. Have you played it, like, recently? A decent amount?
No,
is it just a feeling I have, or is it really like that Batrider just doesn't have the same prowess as before? You see him going in now. So it looks like a pretty good exchange, actually, for now for NiP. 33 getting good damage in, but can't pursue.
They haven't changed a lot with him, but it's like when you're playing against 2 stuns, I feel like people just learn how to play better against. Like, you need to kill the enemy, and if you don't, the hero just falls off pretty hard. One of the biggest issue with this here is that you don't really farm at all. You don't want to use your Firefly in jungle or whatever because you need to have it in team fights and whatnot, and it has a 40-second cooldown. It's really, you need to play this hero really well to put it to use.
Yeah. And this top lane, they picked this Batrider as their last pick, and so far it is actually losing the lane to Centaur by...
Yeah. Like, usually you lose in CS, but you need to get kills. So if they kill him, it's fine, but not looking
Can
good.
you kill with Beastmaster, though, is the question.
It's a
You've
pretty
got
good
really good
matchup.
slow, but like you said, 2 stuns.
Like, if you just get 3 seconds, you just go. But he's slow now. That's the main problem, I think. Like, now you should just go and kill him. Go! Go!
Thinking about it. He's still thinking.
He's still thinking about it. I mean, they used Rubik Lifter. If there was ever a time to at least do a lot of harass.
There were 7 stacks of Retaliate running, though.
Ideally, you want to go on Rubik.
Pretty nasty damage, yeah. He has both boots and stick too, though. Yeah. Both these heroes top actually have the tools required to heal the Batrider. We've been talking a lot about this top lane. Let's look at mid and the bottom lane. So the mid lane looks like it's clearly DP favored now. Starting to harass him away using the Spirit Siphons as well. Actually going for Ace here. He might be almost able to kill him. He might even be able to kill him. Not throwing out the Crypt Swarm. Didn't have the range. And in the bottom lane, the Troll and Tusk are doing just fine against Timber. So I think this bottom lane is more or less a draw, and the other 2 Keen are pretty comfortably winning.
Yeah,
right
this is not how NiP wanted it to go for sure. Like, middle is almost going to be unlaneable now. He just uses Metamorphosis, and he can't go back there without it. It's going to be... okay, sending out Regen now, but for every CS, I guess, you need to send out more regions, so this is not really worth it. Pop. Oh, no. That damage.
7 reality stacks. Retaliate stacks. They're real, alright?
Yeah.
Real damage. He hits for 100... What's that? 120 damage right now? 123 per hit? That's only 7 stacks. When he has 13 stacks, and especially gets his level 5, this Batrider, if you run into... I feel like maybe you can't even go on the Centaur, honestly. He's just going to hit too hard. He's going to force you away first.
Just don't give him any stacks, Spinner.
Yeah, just don't.
Don't hit him and just get 3 stacks and kill him. I feel like they really should have won this. Like, Beastmaster Bat sounds... But maybe just 2 stuns are too annoying to deal with. Or maybe they're choking.
He doesn't get stacks from getting hit by the boar, right? It's only heroes, not hero-controlled units.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Like,
hero tower.
The fact that they lose this lane is going to be a big problem. Because you see, Bat, not only are they not getting kills, that's usually how Bat gets his income from. Like, killing people. And right now, he doesn't farm. He's got 8 CS, or 10 now. But that's not looking too bright right now. Middle lane.
Mid lane, yep.
Oh no!
Great shards, he is toast. And this tower is now under serious pressure.
Catapult as well.
It's a great rotation timing. You want to go and gank this lane when the siege creep is alive, when you have DP, and it will force a rotation from the level 4 Timbersaw having to come into mid. And what this means is Terrorblade probably has to TP bottom, and he will be alone against the Troll. And Troll is level 4, so it should be okay actually for a while. Not too big of a deal. But they still managed to get 2/3 of this mid tower. Job well done by Keen Gaming here. They back off.
Very smart. You don't just randomly go gank, you look at the timer, you time it with the catapult. Or was he just lucky? That is the question.
He's a pro player. He knows what he's doing.
No random stuff then? Bottom. He needs help now.
Attack team plus that attack speed from Troll. So many hits. And they got him. This is not good for NiP. This is looking even worse than game 1, to be honest. This early game, it was pretty even last time, but this time, if last game is anything to go by, they started losing control of the game after an even early game. This time, this early game is not that even, honestly.
And you managed to get Beastmaster Terrorblade first 2, which is a dream for a lot of teams, and you know, it's not looking good at all. Putting this Beast on 4, it's not worked out at all, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Bender, I don't like it.
The biggest discrepancy in net worth is in mid. The Terrorblade is more than 1,000 net worth behind DP minute 7. It's the kill in mid. 1,000.
But what about Bat versus Centaur? That's even higher. Did you just slide?
That's actually true. That's even worse. Yeah, both those lanes are
very bad.
not going too hot for NiP. So what do you do is the question. If you have a lineup like this, who makes space and who makes moves? Witch Doctor, not the best ganker. Batrider definitely needs levels and farm. Beastmaster can't really gank until he's 6. So NiP's options for making moves around the map are extremely limited. On the other side, you have this Tusk rotating and making moves. You will have Stampede relatively soon, actually almost right away at minute 8. Yeah. Rubik can lift. They have these kind of plays that NiP just seem a bit stuck.
Yeah, they could potentially just like smoke with Terrorblade, this is for a quickie, and kill someone with Metamorphosis, maybe with Witch Doctor. Get a quick kill, but that's a lot.
33 is dead again. Stampede into rotation. Even the Troll. This was a 3-core gank. Yeah. They brought Troll, Centaur, and DP, and they want to pressure this tower. Actually, the whole team right now of Keen Gaming is now here. Rubik with the backstab. They're going to go in on PPD. This is a very deep dive, which could be punished, but once again, well, what do NiP have in the tank? They're going to get a really good cast off. Good Maledict too. Nice.
This is deep.
Now they're really deep in. Oh, that's serious damage coming out from Fatsa here. He could try to pursue. Does not have Whirling Death skilled, however, so lacking that damage. Old Chicken will die too. They get punished big time for this over-aggression. That's the kind of thing NiP needed. If they can't find the moves, they can hope that Keen will give them to them. And that was kind of a freebie, honestly.
Yeah, that's what we call in Twitch chat a Pepega move.
Yep.
You just run in, and it doesn't make any sense, really, what you just did there. Why are they diving here too? They didn't need to do that. You just gone for the tower.
And it was for a level 4 Witch Doctor too. It wasn't for a key kill. If they get that kill, I mean, sure, it's nice, but risk-reward not favoring them in that instance. Nice flame break from 33 top on the Centaur, doing really good damage. Actually going to try to pursue this one.
He can just stun him though.
Yeah.
Or can he?
Oh, there's the Chakram. He is super. Whirling Death now skilled by Fast on level 7.
Here we go, they're coming back in. It looked hopeless for a moment there, but now...
Yeah, NiP recovered. Fatsa just got so much gold. He got 3 kills. Were they all 3 cores? No, 2 cores and a support. But he got a good, like, 600 gold from kills alone. And some extra farm to go with it. Now he's going to play aggressive on Old Chicken bottom.
Yeah. It's really important because they don't really have that good heroes to kill this guy.
Oh, PPD. Kaka and Dark are going to go in for this. There is a Batrider in the neighborhood though, but they're just going to... They're going to ditch the captain.
Yeah, look at this. Still level 5 on the Batrider. That's not very nice.
Oh, Centaur level 6.5, and they play against each other in the lane. So Centaur is about half a level ahead. About an even bounty split. Now 3 runes going the way of Keen Gaming. So
that's very important. 3 is more than 1.
It's correct. Even
they're not that important this early. Because they give more as the game goes on.
Yeah, but everybody's also richer the more the game goes on. So relatively,
no, that is still not true.
Okay.
That is definitely flawed math. I can just tell you. I can't explain it. I can tell you it's wrong. Yeah, we have at least 6 Beastmaster now. He doesn't have boots. It's kind of hard for him to initiate on anyone. Definitely needs to come from a smoke right now.
Well, that's a really good spell steal. When you steal Call of the Wild from Beastmaster, you only get 1 of the summons. He stole Call of the Wild Boar, obviously, since it's 2 separate spells now, but this particular one is super useful. Having the Boars on Rubik, great pushing power, makes him a strong fighter. Basically has like a front line of his own. He's going to take care of this midway for the next 3 minutes if nobody ganks him.
And it just gives him so much more farm as well. Both committed here, can actually bring this guy down. He's stepping out.
Good charge.
Is it good enough though? Do they have damage?
Yeah. Oh, they have damage, all right. They have lots of damage.
They have
nice
damage?
heal. They have damage.
No.
They don't have enough.
No,
they have damage though.
Everyone has damage.
Yep. But not enough. Nice.
We were talking if they had enough, Synderen, and they did.
Nice save from PPD. TP's in, get that heal off, got a cask off.
They committed a lot for that as well. That was a Centaur as well, so now there's potential for NiP to maybe go for a counter kill somewhere.
Yep. Stampede and Exorcism down for absolutely no gain. It's a very big loss for them, for sure. So what have we got to look forward to for NiP? Now the Batrider's catching up, he's closing in on level 7. On bottom lane actually, he will be dying. PPD with the Maledict kill.
Keen Gaming, they're playing really sloppy. This game looked like honestly a free win, but now all of a sudden this Timber can't die.
Oh, he did it too early.
Nice try though.
Yeah? Not a bad
but
attempt.
he just cut the snow. It's only snow, you know, Synderen. It's not like it was steel. He just cut through it.
You don't think Timbersaw can cut through steel?
No.
No?
His stuff is made out of steel. You can't cut steel with steel.
Okay. Some steel is tougher than other steel.
No.
No? You only have one type of steel in Sweden.
There is only one type
There's
of steel.
only one type, okay.
You can stop pretending now, Cinder.
No?
We're talking about Dota here.
Yeah?
Don't pretend like you know about steel. Anyway, Keen Gaming kind of playing really sloppy right now, but still the net worth is good for the 3 cores, but the overall net worth is in the favor of NiP now. They're doing a Smokerino here.
Yep. Here we see the replay just before we get to see this current smoke. The jump onto Yi with the Timbersaw and Witch Doctor. Very nice clean up from them. Now mid lane, both teams are interested in the fight. Great shards from Dark are going to catch Saksa.
Sure.
And they're going to go on
there we
him, and they're going to bring him down. No help in sight from NiP. They backed off from that very quickly, and will probably lose their tower. So yeah, like you said, this kind of goes to show how much one big mistake can mean even this early in the game. Like that dive on the tier 2 tower kind of threw away the entire lead. Hold 11 on a very secret mission here. Not quite sure what the thought process was there. Well, he is going to get a kill. He probably will die.
If he keeps to look for it.
Smart. Really smart. Old Chicken will be killing off Ace 2. He's genius here.
Oh my god, he's dying.
Stolen Chakra.
Timbers changed his side. It's just Rubik.
Could Fata not have gone in here and helped?
Yeah.
Or was it just ditching time? There was no Beastmaster. He died mid before.
I guess he just realized it was too late by the time he came in, seeing Terrorblade dying. Yeah, that was... I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Can you be the analyst a little bit?
Yep, sure.
How to do play-by-play?
And did they have this ward pre-placed? I don't think they did. So
here we see it again.
Centaur is just going to run in aggressive. The ward,
they
don't have any vision, so he just runs in, gets onto PPD. Will be killed off eventually here by the Maledict, I believe. No, it's actually Bad Rider getting it, but they're just overwhelming them. Beastmaster is still dead, so they know it's a 5-on-4. Centaur runs in and kind of baits the fight. And you feel like maybe if NiP were in a little bit better position, they could have dragged that fight out until Beastmaster respawned and got some kills, similar to the dive top at the tier 2 that didn't work for Keen. But this time around it did work out. Centaur playing the frontliner.
Yeah, they should have played better, I think.
Okay. I can agree with that. I think if they played better, they would have got a better outcome there.
Now the runes, however, this is the important moment here, can actually get the third one. They're scared.
What is your opinion on this item first on Bad Rider? What do you think?
I've seen a lot of people go boosted travel. I know S4 likes it a lot. It's mainly because this hero just lacks so much farming, and this really helps you farm a lot. You split push on the map, go around. It gives you some team fight as well. Oh, you see right there, boosted travel, giving him the rune.
Actually
Without the travel,
yeah.
he couldn't have gotten it.
Maybe with a dagger he
could have manned up there and probably kill it, but now he's like hesitating, and there's one thing you don't need, never do, don't hesitate.
Well, they got him in the end, but it cost an extra roar, so...
Yeah, and they could have TP'd it in, they could have killed him. Could have just...
never know.
You gotta play with confidence.
Well, that's what Keen Gaming did top at the tier 2, and that did not work out, so there are limits.
That's overconfidence.
Ah.
There's a balance in everything. Well, we got the Vlads up at least by the Beastmaster. He's helping. Being useful, maxing out the inner beast. No one skills inner wild access anymore.
Well, they got nerfed pretty hard. 1 point on bottom lane, PPD.
Oh,
and Fata, nice. Nice chain up here by Fata. He will survive. Good cask too. Excellent disengage. You don't find that kill. So Troll built the Vlads for Keen this game. I think he did it last game as well. Old Chicken went for Vlads into Maelstrom. He's going to do the same build again. Is this a good itemization against Terrorblade? Do you think Maelstrom is... I mean, obviously Troll is really good attack speed, so you're going to get a lot of procs when you're farming, etc. Is that a good replacement for like Battle Fury build?
It makes quite a lot of sense against the 2 heroes that are, of course, Terrorblade, tons of armor. You do magic damage instead, and same with Timber. You're not going to do it. You're going to just pickle this guy without a Maelstrom, so actually going to do some damage from here. We'll go Smoke. Still want to go for that Roach. You want to get a kill first, though.
Both teams are aware that this is very important right now and doable for both sides. Obviously Tusk with the level 4 tag team, and they have the Vlads on Troll and the DP ulti, and the other side has Terrorblade and a Vlads on Beastmaster, so a lot of the play of the game will now be centered around this Roshan for the next 5 minutes or until it dies. And yeah, well, nobody really found anything. This Keen Smoke it got them a ward out, I believe, but that's all they got from that. In the meantime, Bad Rider has been farming and pushing out bottom, so he's taking some very nice space for himself.
And he's farming up now.
Catching up a bit.
This is why you buy the travel, but at the same time he doesn't have dagger now, which the centaur will have when it comes with courier, and they're actually gonna go just flat out for Roche. This is
NiP know this though. They walked in vision.
This could be really bad.
Old 11 in the meantime gets jumped on, and they're actually going to try to TP and help him. This means Roche should be aborted. They already brought down the Tusk now. This can get really awkward. Old Chicken in the middle of nowhere, going to use his ultimate. This is terrible for Keen Gaming. Easy pick here for NiP. Just forcing that split with the Batrider, and the defensive TP from Tusk really kind of just sealed the deal there. NiP could easily outnumber them on the Roche pit, and now they're going to get the Roshan.
Yeah, really good bait by 33.
Movement from them.
I mean, he's got, with the travel, just keep into the hog. If you want to contest this, I don't know about this.
Oh, Kaka's in with the Rubik. He's not dead yet somehow, but now he will be taken down. He is soon to fall as well. They've already lost the Tusk. Total disaster here for Keen Gaming. They lose
11 is coming. 11 is coming. Oh.
All right, so they basically got team wiped and lost the Roche.
Yeah.
By running in, and NiP now in a great position in this game.
All because of those small plays. 33 just baiting them bottom there, forcing them to TP. This is where you gotta have like superb communication to instantly get out of Roche as this is happening. Because just staying there for 1 second too long, Troll gets caught out. And
I feel like this fight is unwinnable on paper. I don't know how you possibly win this 4 and 5 when you're running in like this into a team that's fully prepared in the pit. Great death ward from PPD, full channel time. All of their spells are just connecting minus armor. Very, very easy. And now NiP went from being in an even position to having a massive lead in just like 2 or 3 minutes. And now we ask the question, what does Keen do now? Because they kind of had 2 very bad moves this game. They had the top dive that we talked about earlier, and now this Roshan fight. And they've kind of thrown away their entire lead. Do their heroes
well, maybe they can kill Timber now, because like the team that is mass diving. Like, what is this? What is this? Cinder, what is this?
Stupid fucking mistake.
Cannot say that word, sir.
No.
Stupid, silly mistake.
Sorry. I said sorry after. That's okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Fata said sorry too, so
yeah,
he knew that was not the play.
These teams are playing sloppy. That's why they're at the minor, right? They're playing a little bit sloppy. That's fine. Everyone makes mistakes, but we saw like this. For me, this game kind of looked in the bag for Keen, but then when they dove top, they kind of just threw it away a little bit and gave NiP a way back into the game. And now you got to be careful, NiP, not to do the same thing.
That Timbersaw kill was actually worth about 2,000 gold.
That is a lot.
He got 660 on Kaka. They got some bounties afterwards, and obviously the AoE gold for his teammates too. There was a lot of gold on that Timber. He was 7-0 Fata before he made that dive, and he even had a Bloodstone, so he's also losing some charges. And he used his Bloodstone, so it's on cooldown for a very long time.
Yeah,
it's a pretty big mistake there coming out from Fata. We'll give Keen Gaming some good space once again to find some farm. Is there some sort of key item that Keen should be getting before the next fight? Is there something close that would make a big difference?
What do we got here? Like BKB on Troll would obviously be pretty good, but they do have already Beastmaster ult who will probably
and Lasso.
Exclusively just use it on him. Yeah, and Lasso. So BKB will not be amazing this game, but if you don't have it, the Timber will just kill you.
And then he also can't get sundered if he wants to go for the Terrorblade kill early on with his ulti.
Yeah.
Of course, that's one of the nice things about Troll against Terrorblade is that if they're both low and Troll uses ulti, you can't sunder him and get anything out of it because he will give you absolutely nothing. That's a nice little benefit here. So if you're Keen, your call is let's farm both BKBs and then fight again. That's the play. DP is about 2,000 away. Troll is, what's that, 1,500 away?
Yeah, it should be fine. Meanwhile, they're going to take towers now. I don't think they need to have any item. Right now, they're super strong as is. The Aegis, and they got Dagger now in bad as well, which is pretty scary. He's showing bottom, though.
What do you try to steal as Rubik, apart from obviously Roar, which has a ridiculous... Let's not forget it has ridiculous duration on Rubik because of the Arcane Supremacy. I think the Roar is like 5-second duration for Rubik when he steals it, or maybe even more. Is there any other really key steal? Lasso, I guess? Oh, they roared an illusion.
Whoops. It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
I think Chakram is also super good. This is a burst damage. And also Goo is like any bad spell, honestly, except this Flame Break is not that good, I guess. There's a lot of juicy spells here for sure, this game. Like you can even just try to steal reflection from TB and
Oh, 33. Jumped on again. They have Stampede.
Oh,
He is super toast. No force staff to get him out of that one. Well, is it going to cost anything on the other side, though?
no, it will not.
Yeah, Reflection Steal actually sounds really good, because you get the Beastmaster aura.
Yeah, you put the Vlads on, well, I guess you already have Vlads.
Yeah,
the more AoE Vlads.
The Terrorblade illusion is going to hit really hard onto Terrorblade. I guess, well, he does have a lot of armor, so maybe it doesn't matter that much until he starts getting some serious damage items. Anything else that Reflection is good for? I don't see it. But it's still, just the Beastmaster aura alone is really valuable. Centaur getting that attack speed aura, he hits so hard with the Retaliate stacks. Definitely a spell to look out for Rubik. But obviously the big steal has to be the Primal Roar. He can get that 5 or 6 second lockdown onto Timbersaw or the Terrorblade. Definitely be fight winning.
Oh, bottom lane. Can we do anything here? Probably not.
Nope.
Oh, they could have cancelled it.
A couple of years ago.
I remember.
That's probably the last time you played Batrider.
It wasn't that long ago.
No?
Wasn't that changed like 2 months ago?
If you say so.
That was pretty long ago.
It's been more than a year. For sure. When Break used to knock back. Well, it still knocks back, but used to interrupt.
Used to be a good spell.
TP from Fada. It's gonna try to chase down some Keen Gaming heroes, but they already got out in time as it looks off. Blink Dagger from Sox, never mind. They will catch Dark. No time for a snowball here, so easy pickup. I'm gonna try to hunt for more as both Rubik and the Centaur will make it out alive.
Alright, good. They just want to,
one pick. It's something for NiP, but not the biggest kill. They were probably hoping to find at least one core. But at the very least, they maintain a good grip on the map, and Terrorblade is having a great time farming. The upside this game, if you remember, the panel was talking about like Fata and how much farm he takes, how much he carries. In this game, he's in a great position to be very farmed. He can playmake with his Timber, he can wave clear. So a lot of good things. Good stomp from Old 11. They are going to commit onto PPD and get him out in the beginning, but actually not dead just yet. We'll get a cast off on Old 11 too. In the meantime, the Batrider has been taken down. PPD in full retreat mode, but we'll get sandwiched from the left by Dark. Now, the chase is on for the third guy. Don't think they will be finding anyone. Those shards just barely too short, but nice move from Keen. They get 2 kills. Metamorphosis was used, and this now means that NiP is in a little bit of downtime.
Yeah.
Keen can maybe try to press for this mid-tier 2 tower with their exorcism still running for... Actually, it will expire before the creep wave gets here, but they buy themselves some farming time.
Fada knows how to play though. Positions himself perfectly bottom, making sure to get those runes. But that fight was basically just a reveal of the BKB on Troll. Like as soon as he gets it, you just like, let's go. Go in all the way, Centaur. I'll take care of, I'll clean it up. And, they only get 2 kills, but it's still, you're still pretty happy with that.
Oh,
this will also give time for BKB on DP now.
Look at the spell on Kaka. We didn't talk about this one. It's actually really good this game. Level 4 Maledict when you have Aether Lens on Rubik. It's super easy to cast. No cast point, or minimal cast point. The extra cast range from Lens, you get that one onto the Timbersaw, and suddenly he's not so scary anymore. Can pretty quickly be brought down by that massive burst of magic damage. He has no magic resistance items. Not even a bracer.
Yeah.
So what's his magic resistance at? 30%. Not very high.
Oh, middle lane though.
Yep. Well, they found Kaka, so maybe we won't even get to see it. Indeed, he will be taken down just to... Wait, what? They actually backed off. And
DPD with the ultimate? Oh no. It's a channel spell. I think you need to hold.
Oh. That looked like a sure kill, but they got cold feet and backed off.
Yeah, they definitely got...
Rubik stays alive and keeps the Maledict. Now he got an Invis rune, so perhaps even some play potential here for Keen Gaming. They didn't use any cooldown there, except, well, the Troll BKB, which is
BKB. It's gonna be
definitely a big deal
in the long run. Like it's when it goes down to 5 seconds, you're always gonna get roared, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have basically no BKB at all.
But then you get level 25, and Troll gets a really good talent on 25, which you surely know about because you play this hero a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Minus 6 second.
Absolutely.
Swirling axis cooldown. Then you can make PB miss resolutions, right?
Obviously, for the viewers out there, we are talking about Battle Trance. I'm talking about Battle Trance Strong Dispel. I'm not sure Bulldog is aware that that does mean you can remove Roar. But that's what a Strong Dispel is.
It is strong.
Basically like when you get a Photic Shield on yourself. So, you can purge off absolutely everything that NiP have when this Troll gets 25, and that's a big deal when you're playing against Beastmaster and Batrider. So, if the game gets to that stage, could even be a game-deciding talent. We see some of these 20-25 talents be really good, but there are a few that can truly, completely change the outcome of the game, and this is one of those talents that I personally think is truly exceptional.
It's fair though, because for the longest time, I think Troll had one of the worst 25
Yeah, his 25s
talents.
were terrible.
Like compared to other heroes, like you just mentioned, like some heroes have talents that can change the game, and Troll used to have Battle Trance dispels, not strong dispels. So it was pretty useless. But now the strong dispel, as you mentioned, you get lassoed, you click it, and you just turn around and kill him.
Timbersaw gonna get jumped, or rather gonna jump a bit onto Centaur, but was hoping to bait a stampede, it looked like. Old 11 was not scared, however, so holds on to that cooldown. I feel like nowadays we don't see Centaurs buy the Aghanims that much anymore, and it used to be really a key item for this hero. Why do you think that is? Is it because you hit harder now with Retaliate, so you focus more toward the fighting style rather than the disengaged style, or...?
I think it's mainly because just the aura Dota right now. Like if you buy
Isn't it
Ags,
super good for that one?
well, yeah, but it's only for a few seconds. Whereas other pipe and stuff like that, I feel like they have bigger impact overall, and they're bigger impact early. Like that's where we see Vlad's, we see Crimson Guard pipe, stuff like that. Like any other defensive items.
So overall lineups are a bit less about that fast burst that the Stampede countered, and more about sustained damage.
It could make sense this game though, because they do have a Bat Rider, and I like that the Bat. He was queuing up Yules, but he went back for Force, and I feel like Blink, Force are the most essential items in this hero. You want to blink in, grab them, force them out, get them out of position. It's so powerful. I see a lot of people just skip it nowadays, and I don't know why. But 33 knows what's up. Here we go, it's a free kill. Look at this.
Blink point right here.
You can't save him, because you forced him.
Easy kill on Kaka. They're going to try to follow through on this. Kaka actually doesn't have buyback on this Rubik, so we might have to see a Stampede being expended here by Old 11. He's still holding on to it.
It was a bait.
Probably will use it finally. There we go. They're going to go into Fata here. Big damage. He is super dead to the Exorcism, and, well, going to be a bit of a turnaround here for Ace. Laying into it, but he's just barely dealing any damage. This Crimson Guard from the Centaur.
Fresh Basher.
Up. Witch Doctor for dinner, too, and, well, that's 2 kills for Keen. And it will get a buyback. Good shards, but not following through after this Witch Doctor buyback. Really deterred them. He's very slowed on Centaur. There's a reflection, but is it a bait again? Who's baiting who here? Not quite sure who's going to come out on top in this great cast from PPD. Perfect cast. Full bounces. Great Maledict on 2 cores as well. And looks like Old 11 has to go for the big play. He will. Awesome stump will get them a kill actually on Ace. They end up trading in this situation where they look terrible. Big stomp from Old 11.
That could have been a lot worse than turnaround.
And Bat Rider lifted.
Silence.
Do they have any more cancels? Looks like they don't. What is he going to steal here? They do see PPD fall again to the Centaur. And he will steal Wild Axes. Pretty garbage spell for Rubik, but at the very least it gives some amplification for himself. Can he get the second rune? No. Didn't have the blink ready.
That was really, like that fight could have gone either way. It looked really bad for King Gaming when they were being chased, but they really manly blink in there by Centaur, completely saving that fight, potentially even saving the game, honestly, because if they lose that fight, there's a free Roche, there's four runes, and both the cores dying means that no one can really go Roche.
That was a really big moment for sure. Now, Centaur is going to even be rewarded after this fight with a Lotus Orb, so some clear value in this. Can put it on a target, so you don't want to lasso or roar them. You can remove reflection. Obviously gives him armor against Terrorblade, which is very nice. And you got to see in that fight, I feel like something NiP don't seem too aware of, because they probably don't have much practice against this. In the European region, we don't see many official games, at least, that have Death Prophet in them. They're trying to kill this DP, and it wasn't even close. Like, Terrorblade was laying into her. She wasn't taking damage. She was just running 2 siphons, had the plate mail, and had the Crimson Guard on her. And Ace had 0 impact in the first stage of that fight.
And this is one of the most important talents for a certain hero, in my opinion. It's when you hit level 20 Death Prophet, you get that 500 health, and it really tips over to, like, if they try to burst you, it's not going to work. That 500 health does so much, where she can play kind of fearless right now and just go right into the fight and just create so much space for his team. It's really nice talent.
Yeah, if she gets a precast Lotus Orb, I don't see NiP engaging on her. They don't want to lasso, then Bat Rider gets lasso too. They don't want to roar. And even if things go wrong, they have a snowball save too.
And we talked about like high impact level 25, you know, and haste for free. Well, not for free, but when you have ult up, it's pretty god darn powerful.
Yep. How much extra move speed is this right now? Currently, he's sitting on 388 without being phased, so that's another... If you compare it to other talents that give like plus 50 move speed or whatever, well, this is plus 162.
And you can't be slowed.
And you can't be slowed. That is true. It's very, very strong.
It's definitely one of the best 25s.
Yeah. What do you have on NiP's side? I think Batrider's 25 talents aren't that great. They're pretty good, but nothing outstanding. Timber Saws are also like okay.
Yeah,
they're not fantastic. Beastmasters is also okay, or it's good, but it just feels like the tier isn't the same. Maybe Terrorblade's 25 talents. They're really good. Either Sunder Cooldown and 300 attack range and Metamorphosis are both great talents.
Especially before...
And Witch Doctor we don't need to talk about. It's not going to happen. He's not going to get 25. Getting 25 on Witch Doctor this patch is really difficult. If your team is winning, you win before you're 25. And if you're losing, you generally don't get level 25.
It's sad. The ports don't get 25 as often. It's very sad. I'm very sad.
Well, especially when the patch is as fast as this one is, right? Like most games end around the 25 to 35 minute mark. Some go maybe 40, 45. But even then, the supports, especially the 5, is generally maybe level 20.
Yeah.
Like PPD is not gonna... At level 25 Witch Doctor, this game has 55 minute plus written all over it, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you play position 5, like, don't you see, like, your carries getting 25, like, oh, look, I got a super fun talent that does a lot, I get way stronger, and you're sitting at level 12, like, don't you get sad? Don't you want to have fun as well?
I'm like, yay, Bracer.
Yeah.
So,
add a mechanic.
I get to celebrate other things in the game. They're like, okay, I got a Bracer. I'm like, yes! You know? So I get the small pleasures, they're worth more for me than for them.
You don't matter.
But I would like to get some more levels. That would be nice.
And here we go, here's the fight again. DP, we talked about it. Do you want to initiate on him? You could now, potentially.
There's no Lotus Orb in range.
Position.
Still not BKBing. He has the disc. He has the disc.
He's got a disc.
Rocks it. Comes the turnaround. PPD totally out of position. Instantly brought down here. Let's see what the follow-up is. Ace will use the Metamorphosis, laying into hold 11. He's just not taking damage with this Crimson Guard on. They do manage to clip the Troll, though. Really big play coming out from 33. Troll will have to TP away. Will make it out, but totally out of this fight. Fata now still disengaging, though. So even with the Troll cliff, NiP not managing to find a single kill in this fight, and now they might even lose the Batrider. Great play from Kaka, Blinglift, tossing him into the Tusk Snowball. Will be forced step down, nice defensive play. Yi in a bit of trouble, defensive smoke. They need to get out of here. Troll is really following, he's going for bounty runes, you love that. Runes. Great play, they might have to cut one guy here. If it's only the Tusk that NiP get from this big play from 33, they cannot be satisfied with this exchange. They lose 3 bounty runes, they trade supports, and they use Metamorphosis. They actually just got pretty much, it's fair to say they got nothing out of this. Unless, well, there's a bit here. A little bonus, but it's, again, it's a support.
And it's
going to cost them too.
Oh, the buyback commitment. They can go Roaster maybe now.
Much damage from old 11. He will get turned on though. PPD.
Crimson can't die.
Crimson down. Damage from Whirling Death. He will die here.
Oh, his entire team is coming though. This could be bad still. Tusk is coming.
Buyback Centaur is TPing. He has quite a bit of connection to go here. Batrider buyback as well. They're choosing. Kina fighting 4 on 5 without Exorcism right now, and without Stampede. I think it's time to get the hell out of there. Somebody has to call the back. It is being called, but it might be too late. Dark being opened on now. Now another buyback from Kaka. They found the Witch Doctor. PPD will be dying once again. What's the follow-up there? Going on to Fata. Dark is down. Do they have the Batrider ultimate? They do. They do get a lasso off on the Troll again. No clipping this time around, though. Has that Battle Trance available. Stampede is online again. Fata is going to get taken down here. He has a buyback. Yeah, I didn't use the Bloodstone for the heal, totally forgetting about that mechanic kill. Old Chicken will be using the ulti here. Battle Trance, still only hitting illusions though. Now going to go for Ace. Gets the bash. Is there going to be a net? No net. Pretty unlucky here and will be dying. And in this complete mess of a fight, one of the teams won.
Yeah. I don't think there's any winners in these kind of fights.
The viewers won.
Yeah, this is basically a Roche now, right? There should be no way to commit to this. They have Exorcist actually. Do they want to man up here? They have Centaur's
hard fight.
4k health.
This would be another one of those Keen Gaming, let's go 4 on 5 into the Roche pit, except this time
they're doing it. 3. Or are they? Did they learn their lesson? That is the question.
This fight is just not happening. And I think they will give up, yeah. They were trying to poke and prod a little bit, but they realized it's not a possibility. Oh, they get a lasso off. Kaka Free pick here.
Okay, that is a support lease. That could have easily been a core there. That would have been awful.
There was a dieback on Rubik though, 85 seconds. He's a pretty big piece of their team fights, honestly. These lifts, long duration lockdown are doing a lot.
Meta is ready now with a Beastmaster, with Vladimir, with the Solar Crest. Look at his attack speed. Plus 70 attack speed. Pew, 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 pew. Look at that. Look at it.
Oh my god. There was once a tower here. Okay, where's the Crimson Guard? Old 11 is bottom. He can't TP. He's being stopped by the Batrider and Timbersaw, so he cannot connect to this Rax defense. He's trying to stampede out of there. They keep delaying him. Batrider will follow through with a dagger here. Can't get to him now. Now the Old 11 might be able to get back to defend this tower. NiP already get one lane of Rax and the tier 3. Batrider with the travels connecting. I'm hearing a primal roar. I'm hearing things. They're not happening. Terrorblade is doing totally fine for now. Will they bring him down once? He does have the Aegis, but now Meta is down. And actually, Ace is probably going to get ditched by his team here. So at the very least for Keen, they get this kill, but not really the biggest prize for full lane of Rax and another melee up top. But gives them a little bit of hope, perhaps, that they could go for a counterplay afterwards. If this snowball gets off, he does get it off. Tag team is ready. Going to use it, and Ace will be brought down in the stun lock.
Yeah, that was
big kill.
Yeah, he could have definitely gotten out there if he didn't commit for that other Rax there, but I guess he valued his life over that, so I think that's acceptable. They're so far ahead now. Like, even if he dies there, the net worth is great. Two sides of Rax. Like, one side Rax doesn't really matter at 40 minutes, but getting an extra top there, pretty happy with that.
Yep. And I feel like what spawned this situation was that NiP committed 2 heroes to stop Centaur. They sent both the Batrider and the Timber bottom, and then when it came to numbers top, I think the Timber was too slow at connecting to the fight. So
we're getting level 25 talent soon. Centaur getting close.
He's hitting so hard with these 13 retaliate stacks. He's hitting for 600. What?
600?
Okay, that's damage. 622 damage.
One-shot this tower, look.
Okay, that's 100 damage per hit on towers. There's backdoor protection over 11. You're not dealing damage. You don't have to hit it. He wants to, though. He wants to get extra retaliate stacks.
Okay.
Maxing out the stacks once again.
They definitely wanted to, like, force out a...
I got a heart.
A buyback there, but 2 towers, get some gold.
Does this feel like NiP are winning? They're up a Rex and 1 melee, but it's still really close, and both teams have used a lot of buybacks, so I feel like the game is going to come down to this coming fight. Exorcism in 30 seconds, and Keen have a better position on the map right now. If they find the right opening,
there's not a lot of buybacks. Like, most of them have used buybacks right now, so any kill can be crucial here.
He has his, though. He's the least valuable kill they could find. Yeah. But NiP are really locked into their base. They have some pretty good vision, at least, so maybe they can start making some moves out on the map.
Hawk bottom.
Got it.
Is he gonna die for this?
33. Nothing happening here.
Yeah. We're gonna get to the double rune spawns, which can be pretty important this part of the game. Most of the times there will be a DD. DD or Arcane can be pretty scary. Yeah, right now, both the teams are probably pretty scared right now. Is anyone dying without buyback that could just be it. 25 on Centaur now. We got a 4.25 second stun.
That stun is so insane.
It is very good.
That's another amazing 25 talent, and Troll is closing in on his. I feel like maybe there's a play here for Keen to try to chill a little bit and see if they can get their level 25 on at least the Troll, maybe even the DP somehow, but it's a level and a half after all. But those talents will be game-changing, both of them, for sure.
If they only have it on Timber, and as we talked about, it's not bad, but it's not like a game changer. They have buffed this talent a lot. I believe it was 6% before or something like that.
It got doubled, yeah, I think so too. Or 6 or 8.
Yeah, so it is quite a lot now. Stat loss percentage, 27%.
It's really good against the Centaur, but that's kind of the only hero that matters against this game. If you're DP, if you lose that little bit of extra int, you still have your Ghosts running. If you're Tusk, it's annoying, but, you know, if Timber is on top of you, you're probably dead anyway, so... It's mainly the Centaur, who has 5,200 health. It matters a lot for him to lose that 27% strength.
They do have Troll 25 now. Almost with -6 swirling axis. Kappa. But no more Roar or
you can purge one of them. Yep. Then they have to use both of them on him in succession. And perhaps when he breaks out of the first, if they Lotus him, they might not even want to use the second one, so... A bit scary.
And the DP going refresher here. Not going for the Shivas.
It's a key item for DP late game. Do you like it here? Do you think this is the refresher timing? This is kind of when late game, like true late game Dota is right now, right? Like 45 minutes, the game is starting to be super late, so probably anticipating that the Shiva will not even, like the next fight will probably decide the game, so having 2 exorcisms is better.
Yeah, like obviously when she doesn't have exorcism, she is kind of useless, honestly. So she does need it, but Shivas is also really good. I think it's the right choice. Shiva, you just get it afterwards, it's fine. Just get that casual plate mail so you don't get bursted by a Terrorblade. Makes a lot of sense. And yeah, the game just... this is what happens a lot of times. When really even, you use a couple buybacks. You don't want to just die on one of these heroes and just lose the game. It's so frustrating. So that's why people just play safe right now. One of these teams could definitely just be a bit more aggressive, but playing it safe.
I think all buybacks are available on the Dire by now. Oh well, DP doesn't have the gold, but Troll has his buyback now. Centaur has his buyback in 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's
Rubik 30 seconds.
20 seconds on that. Here we go.
There's the roar.
He's tanky.
We're going to Centaur, second roar with the refresh, but there's the snowball. They get on top of Ace. The support is coming in now from Death Bomb, but they do get the Stampede off and get him out. Troll ulti. It's not being used, just it is being used. They're going into Ace, they're trying to blow him up, they will get him! No save available for NiP. They need to get the hell out of there right now. But Batrider is stunned for 5 eternities by this Centaur Stomp. Will be brought down now, maybe. No, never mind. Refresher being used by DP. Has the second Exo ready now.
Stun him.
Wants to get another Siphon off. There's the cheese. Fine for now. Bloodstood dead.
Okay, it probably would not matter.
2 minutes. He has buyback in 10 seconds. He will be fine. So big moment here, only buyback expended
double damage.
is Tusk.
Double runes. Here we go. Not as good on Troll as it is terrible, but still 150 damage when you attack this fast. You don't say no to that.
How do you approach the situation? If they could pause the game right now, Keen, how many would you defend with? They're 5 on 3. NiP's 3 heroes are clearly bottom pushing out. Do you just all in mid and force them back? Or
I think you just all in mid because their heroes are not that strong.
They put the Centaur in base. He bought
They need travel for sure.
He has travel. He has to get them though. They're in his stash. He has to go back. Troll manning up. 30 seconds on Battle Trance, however. So actually a little bit of a moment of opportunity here if he could get lassoed.
He doesn't have ultimate, yeah.
Naledic. The roar.
Look at the duration.
Stolen roar. Easy kill on the bat. They're going to get PPD as well. They both have 5.
Time to get out. Time to get out. Or do you get out?
Big win here for Keen so far.
He's got haste. Exorcist haste. Look at this guy. He's batting up. He cannot die. Very alpha. The enemy, they don't know what to do.
And Troll has Battle Trance. He doesn't have BKB, but if he gets roared or lassoed, he can still reset and get out. And Keen Gaming, big win.
Ghost, kill it. Damn Ghost.
Couldn't reach.
They're on top of it. That's 1 health.
Top range racks. NiP going to get a freebie here. Looks like the creeps are doing the work for them.
Spawn. Aggro.
If the heroes can't do it, the creeps will.
TP.
Here comes Troll. It's actually safe for now, and it's going to start.
It is a lot of gold. You give away
109 HP left.
Yeah, that was... They played completely... Like, they didn't care at all if they bought back there. It was all about the Terrorblade buyback. Pretty sure they just made a call that if he buybacks, we back, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And you don't want to buy back at 20 second or 10 second Terrorblade. I mean, it's so bad. He didn't, and that means they lost the racks, and they also lost like 2 heroes with buybacks now as well, so...
Was that worth losing Terrorblade for the buyback of Witch Doctor, and who was the other one? Was it the Batrider, I think? You could have lost the racks and not gone at all. Do you think that Keen would have gained more than 1 racks out of this? With like the half defense kind of thing NiP put up?
Could they have got a second sure. It's hard to say, honestly. It's just so game losing to buy back there with Terrorblade if it...
Yeah. And they know it's Roche time too, so this is a big moment. DP does not have any of the exorcisms. However, he did use the refresher shortly after using the first exo, so everything will be online at the same time, which is, however, in 45 seconds. So NiP, moment of opportunity here. Troll is running in, manning up completely as Satanic and the ulti will pop in here. Actually, immediately on the roar.
Oh, that hurt.
This is very early. He can't do Satanic just yet. BKB now Satanic, but can't. In this roar, he will be brought down. No buyback on that Troll. This is big trouble.
They do get back though, and he doesn't have buyback either.
It's 170 seconds. This is a bigger loss for Keen Gaming though.
Is it though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. He has twice the net worth of Batrider.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Talk about it later. But it
There's
did
no
stop the
roar.
It actually stopped the Roche.
There was 2 roars. There's 0 roars now. They have no team fight.
I think the problem for NiP right now, they actually don't know that Troll doesn't have buyback because it's ready, but he's 130 gold short. And they obviously don't know that. They would know the timer if they timed it and be like, oh, he probably has buyback. In comes Yi. He's gonna exo up here. Pop the disc. Well, PPD is totally out of position. Easy kill for them. That's gonna start this off in a very good way for them. And the stolen roar again, Kaka.
Oh, look at the range.
6 seconds, stun into 4 seconds, stun into death. Get out, NiP on the back foot. They're trying to retreat. Fata gets the Lotus Orb off, but misses the world, or actually the Timber Chain rather, will get lifted forever into silence. Doesn't have the Lotus or the Yule, so he actually can't remove this. He will use the Bloodstone. He remembered, hold on, he remembered it this time. Look at that, he hits up a lot.
Roar is?
Roar, yep. And both Exos are running actually. He has refreshed it. They're gonna find this kill though, Soxa.
He doesn't have buyback. Oh,
he does.
2 buybacks ready here.
This is scary though.
They don't have meta though.
Oh, they don't have any creeps yet.
If they buy back, they have nothing. These 2 heroes are useless.
Creeps are coming. Old 11 being a mega boss, just running in front.
Oh,
There are limits to what you can get away with Old 11. You might want to get out of here, Stampede. So they force another 2 buybacks, and BKB from Ace just popped way prematurely there. Didn't get anything out of that.
okay.
Well, that's now 10k for Keen.
Just run to Roche right now. Troll.
For who? Troll.
Troll. Run right now.
Can Radiant defend this? Are they going to try? I feel like they might actually try. Meta in 15.
They don't have Exorcism.
Yep.
This might be risky now.
Terrorblade has meta
Roche
in
is pretty
10.
low. He's only half HP.
Ulti as well. No BKB though, 40 seconds. Will playing around the area. They're smoked up. They're looking for a free pick. Dark broke. He walked in a little bit too close to the Timber Saw. Didn't realize it. And they will reset and get out. Terrorblade going all in here with the Daedalus.
Very manly.
He hits hard with his main hero, but doesn't do anything for the illusions really. A bit, but it's not.
The illusions do crit.
Yeah, it's not that scary in this situation. I think something maybe as. Do you think second butter? Actually, it's not that good against DP. Maybe this is the best item in this position for him.
Like maybe ideally if you had money
Satanic,
for Rapier, if you had money for
Rapier,
it,
yeah.
It's a lot of damage. Now we got to the tense situation again.
He doesn't have lifesteal though. This is a late game Terrorblade. You often see. Oh, he has the Vlad's, but you would often see some sort of Satanic build into this build a lot of the time. He favors the damage of Daedalus. I guess this is true late game territory, so we'll need the crit.
For Exorcism right now. That's what it's all about. 30 seconds. They're playing very manly without Exorcism. If their enemy initiates, I'm a little bit worried.
How hard do these illusions of Terrorblade actually hit? Maybe I'm underestimating how good this Daedalus is. What's the percentage? 60% damage.
Top lane though.
Good. That's actually pretty good. Oh, Old 11. He has buyback. Oh, he is very dead.
Commit buyback and fight, or do you just chill a little bit? They use meta here.
Yeah, if they can wait out this metamorphosis, they should get the Roche for free, actually.
And that can easily be the game here.
They're going to be forced
to buy back, though.
They're going to be forced to fight. Use the Stampede. It won't be available here.
I'm scared.
He is very wary. Oh, he didn't say hold me, though.
Hold me.
Not going to read too much into that. It's too late now. Not going to read into it anymore. Timber.
He's running out. 40% left. 35.
Here he goes. Ace.
25.
Stolen Chakram. We'll give them the vision. There should be a buyback coming out any second now from the Centaur. Bad Rider Lasso. He's still holding on to the buyback. Old 11, your team is fighting. What is going on? He's still not using the buyback. This is a 4-on-5 fight. Where's the help? Nobody's coming. He's still not buying back. Would you believe it? They're going to fight into Ace.
Oh, he did it.
Oh, I have buyback. Oh, I'm coming, team. Satanic available for Old Chicken. Didn't get it off. He has buyback too, though. He will TP in. PPD being brought down. Commitment now. Sunder being used. This is
the boar on Old 11.
He hasn't chosen a talent yet. Ace doesn't have a 25 talent. He couldn't decide. So he doesn't have the Sunder cooldown talent.
Oh,
the meta range gets stunned up. He's dead for 2 minutes. Was this a total next level play for Keen to try to bait and to overcommitting? Or did Old 11 actually forget you can buy back in Dota?
I think he was so focused in the fight, he was not looking. That's what I think happened.
Here comes the almighty split push. 33. Bad Rider against the world.
Is he doing it? He's doing it.
The world wins. The world. I had all my money on the world.
Because they don't have any buybacks for 100 seconds, and the enemy might go middle and end the game.
It's very possible for Dire to just flat out end the game right now. I think
They have 40 seconds on Witch Doctor though.
I think if they disconnected and their heroes did not run back to Fountain when they disconnect, they would win the game.
What
by
if
just
they
A-clicking.
disconnected and they run into the enemy fountain?
Well, if they attack move, they would win. They would clean up the base in time by not controlling their heroes right now. NiP, man, this has got to be disappointing. They are headed to the lower bracket after day 1, finishing 3rd in Group A, unless Faza can pull the absolutely most ridiculous miracle here. Here's the miracle!
Oh.
Oh boy. Team Gaming.
That was close. That was pretty close. It turns out that if you buy back and you stun the enemy carry with Centaur, it helped a lot and he died.
Yeah.
But maybe you should have done that slightly earlier on the Centaur. It didn't matter in the end because he won. So maybe he played it right. I'm not going to question him.
I think, I'm seriously considering if he was baiting or waiting for something specific from NiP, like trying to bait an overcommitment. They know the enemy didn't have buyback, they know they have buyback control, and maybe the call is,